Welcome to Shri and Kira Live, the voice of passionate action. Celebrating 21 years of continual public service, Shri and Kira offer you the blessing of the experience of I am as you are. Enjoy timeless wisdom, divine inspiration, community connection, and joyful fun. Discover your best life filled with the peace, love, and joy of the Yoga of Self-Ascension as you ignite your dreams with the law of instantaneous manifestation. And now, sit back and relax and welcome Shri and Kira.
Namaste, beloved ones. Welcome to Shri and Kira Live. I am wisdom teacher Shri Ram Ka.
And sharing the blessing of the Yoga of Self-Ascension with my beloved Shri Ram Ka. For over 21 years, I am Master Lady Kira Ra, and welcome. Let us just begin right now before we go any further today. I'm going to use our book, the Ascension Renaissance series that I pray you have a copy of because more than ever. But this morning, about, 20 minutes ago, when my husband and I were dashing down here to our yoga studio, our beautiful yoga studio staring at an incredible valley, I heard, bring the shield of Zadkiel, but place it in the book and open when you begin. So before we go any further today, it is the masters themselves that are calling us to be. Because the information you're going to receive is expansive, up-leveling, perhaps challenging, and yet, at the core of your essence, you're going to know it's true. Shri and I have never been here in over these 20 years to do anything other than invite you to discover the blessing of knowing you, the blessing of knowing your truth without any fear, doubt, and hesitancy. So as we begin today, Shri, may I read?
Absolutely.
All right, now,
Let's enjoy.
I honestly have no idea where we're going. I really don't. So first and foremost, I'm going to put my finger like this, but I'm not going to look where we're going in the book yet. But for those of you that don't remember, and the reason I wanted to bring the Shield of Zadkiel, and if you go to our website, shriandkira.com, and go to our search feature and just type in Shield of Zadkiel, catch up, right? There was a reason it's on my arm. And so really catch up, because this is a huge influence in 2024 because it's the first year it's being put into active presence. So here in the energy, I'm going to have my husband even open it. Put your finger in. See, none of us are looking.
Okay, I got
none
it.
of us
I got it
know.
marked.
But if you have your book, grab it so you can read with us if you want. Okay, so in the energy of the Shield of Zadkiel, at the inspiration of all of you that I was connecting with about 20 minutes ago, feeling a lot of energy in the third chakra. Let's bring our hands there. Yeah. Bring another hand to that beautiful ascended, right there, high heart. All right, Shri, where are we? Where did they take us? Okay, those of you that have it, page 34. I'll give you a second to find it and have the same big aha we just had. Shri, show them page 34.
There we are.
There's page 34. So that is step 3 of the 4 steps of the Yoga of Self-Ascension, which is to release judgment and the reminder of the power of forgiveness. And what you're seeing there, and I think that's really powerful that they brought us here. We don't even need to read. What you're seeing there, that forgiveness, is the cover of our gift to you. It's been on our website forever. It is the 7-day forgiveness practice. And I think during these 12 days of ascension right now, that's a beautiful way to begin. So hey, I want you to get your pen and paper out. First gift I am receiving today. And then I want you to promise yourself to watch this video again on the 3rd Sunday of this month, 2 Sundays from now. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but I want you to start making your list of gifts, because isn't it not the season of giving? And so Shri and I today are beginning with our first gift, which is please go to shriandkira.com. Didn't think we were doing this. And download the Forgiveness Practice booklet. Now, you have to scroll. It's on our homepage, but you got to scroll. I think it's near the bottom, and you will find it. Wow,
Right.
Powerful. So I don't think there's anything to read.
I have one. I want to read the first sentence.
Ooh, okay. Can I call a breath in?
Yes.
So if we're going to listen to this beautiful sentence, and in the energy of this, oh my God, can you feel Omashar back there getting ready to come in after all of this? Oh my gosh. So feel your energy field, right? Hands to your heart, and remember, an Ave Sa breath. We begin with that deep inhale of the Ave and the exhale of our infinite presence, and we smile. Because when we smile after our breath, we send that signal to the universe that says, I am here. So, deep Ave.
So, beloved ones, allow this wisdom to be integrated into your consciousness. Release judgment. This begins with you. Embracing this step is revelatory. It begins with your full and unconditional release of self-judgment. The release of self-judgment is the key to freedom that transforms forgive them, they know not what they do, as the expansion to love them. They know not what they do.
Can you say that again, that last line?
Yes.
Just really feel that right now.
I'm going to read that whole section.
Ave Sa. Let's do another Ave Sa. Don't you feel it? Breathe in deeper this time. Woo, wow. Levitation channels opening.
The release of self-judgment is the key to freedom. It transforms forgive them, they know not what they do, as the expansion of love them, they know not what they do.
Feel your heart. Feel your heart. Love them. They know not what they do. And as you, I'm going to ask you to move either before, I just want them to see the energy channel we're opening right now. So I just want you to see the energy channels, okay? So when Shri was saying, here, I'll do this, Shri, that way they can still see you too. Okay, so the energy portal that Shri was just opening is one of the levitation channels. And remember, there's quite a few of them. But what just happened, and none of this was what we intended on showing you right now. So you're here for this reason. So breathe that in. Because we have not ever been allowed to even show this, but it's opening so strongly. So here you go. As you're standing, those feet, right, shoulder width apart, really right there, barefoot outside, optimal. Okay, as Shri was reading, instead of being crucified when you open your heart, let me remind you of that again. Instead of the energy of crucifixion and the need to be crucified, when we drop our arms and lift our heart, pushing back the hands. Remember, you have to push back the hands, very much like the Ascended Ankh. Same thing down here. So you want to really, excuse me, push back those hands, right? And now, look at Shri. Arms a little lower, honey. Right there, and the hands really back up. You see how I'm like beautiful Balinese dancer, right? Woo! So you want to get that up. And so here we are. And as we're doing that, as you're doing that right now, look what's happening to Shri. I'm going to point it out. Right here, okay? Right here. Those are the introduction channels that help you with that portal opening. When you read it again, I want now that Shri's like, oh, I get it, right? You become the lift that is the fuel for others to lift, rather than anchor in one vision. And so perhaps that's what's calling us in this moment. So I think that's as far as we're going to go with that, other than I want Shri to read that one sentence, or we don't even have to read it. How about we just all bring our hands to our heart? We don't have to read it.
Okay.
We know it, right? We all know it. So bringing our hands to our heart. Whoo, are you all feeling integrated? Make sure you're breathing. I feel some of you still spinning, and that's what we're doing today. It's all about that alchemical spiral with a huge overview of what's happening and how you're being affected by it. So, yeah, are you stable? Are you better? Yeah.
I am.
Taking that beat. Why don't you guide us in a nice Ave Sa breath, and then I'll say it.
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
So, beloved ones, hand on heart, if it's safe to do so. Relaxing into your body, and on the inhale, bring your attention to Ave, the salute to the divine, bringing in that energy. And on the exhale, Sa is releasing all resistance, emptiness. Here we go together. Big breath in, Ave, Sa. Smiling.
Love them. They know not what they do. And the key here, call up that right now, which you're like, but even that's the key. Bring the even that up right now, and then say, love them, they know not what they do, until you really are lifting through that energy, that when you're sharing it with a smile, it's the smile of the ascended one caring for the child. It doesn't mean the child doesn't have ramifications. It doesn't mean there aren't checks and balances. Far from it. What it means is that you have entered into the realm of benevolent leadership. And it is only in the realm of benevolent leadership we can transcend all no, that's not the word. I was going to say all self-indulgence, but that's really what it is, of those who in the name of service benefit themselves only.
Mm-hmm.
That is not service. That's the old model. And that old model is being propagated right here, everywhere. Right here at YouTube quite a bit. You know, our budget to buy ads is nowhere near the one that you're seeing all the time. Why is that? Well, because we're not going to compromise on your truth. We're at the 12 o'clock hour. But what I will share with you is that this is our ministry. Shri and I are ordained ministers, very legally, not internet ministers, for those of you that use that idiomas. And but what I will share with you is that when you look at this season right now, the work of the Yoga of Self-Ascension is to call forward in you right now, and everyone else out there, imagine right now a world where everyone that's in leadership rises due to benevolence.
Mm-hmm.
What if everyone who's carrying the coffers rises through their own benevolence? What if all the manifestation of all the wealth in the world right now collectively opens its eye? Imagine, because that's what John Lennon was trying to make you understand. It wasn't imagine it like, ooh, it's not possible. It's imagine it into formed experience. He himself had deep spiritual training at a time when he couldn't reveal most of that. But that's what imagine means. So when you hear that song, when you see those words, feel your crown chakra, right? Feel it right now. What I'm feeling is a lot of left crown chakra activity with all of you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You feeling that?
Yep.
And so as you can even do this, you know, I like doing this a lot, keeping that crown chakra. That's why I wear the temple onks here. And so really right here, imagine it into formed awareness in this potentiality right now, because you are able to do that. And I can't think of any better way to dive into that than with the most amazing, extraordinary accomplice on these Sunday experiences,
Absolutely.
and our beloved Omar. So
Omar, I'm going to have to switch the screen to you here in a second.
And as Shri is doing the screens, if this is your first time catching up with us, then I'm going to make sure Omar tells you how you can catch up with him. Hey, Omar, there you are.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you.
Perfect. I've only got myself and a tiny thing on the screen, so you're massive.
And we have you massive.
I know. So, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. It's like I almost feel like playing that today,
but we're on YouTube, and I don't want them to cut us off.
You know, exactly. And the gift I've already received is love them. They know what they do. Because the up-leveling in the last few days has been massive with me. And it's a do or don't situation. I've been spiraling unless I'm staying right in the center, right in the other side. And it's also what I've noticed is everything that doesn't want to be within my being is rising up like ghee. And I'm either attaching my attention to it or scooping it off and sending it back to the whole, the center of the universe. And it's a real trip. And I've noticed that there's a program to judge each other, whether you have it within yourself or not.
Right.
And that is just being replaced thought by thought. with love them. They know what they do. Including myself. Love myself. I sometimes did not know what I did. So
Right?
I'm sorry about that.
So that's the forgiveness. Thank you. So we're gonna. I was just saying. So that's the forgiveness practice. And,
We're lined up. We're in sync.
So we are just. Are you talking about the film? What people are seeing now?
No, I'm talking about his comments.
Okay, Shri has been messing with the cameras. Forgive me, guys. It's so hard for me when he's messing with cameras.
I'm trying to get us both on screen, but it's
Yeah.
not cooperating.
So we're gonna say we love you because this is
Please.
the moment. Everyone, let's breathe in the blessing of Omashar.
We are the heart of our world, mighty till Shri. Is it good?
I did nothing. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Take two.
Take two. Go for it. I haven't touched the thing.
Mercury's close.
Mercury.
We are the heart of our world, mighty till our world. We are the joy in our world, love in our world. We are gathered in the station, raise frequency, raise vibration, hearts surrender, hands together, loving each other, sisters brothers, what we are is lighting born. Lighting on, we're living on. So we are walking on. Time is a healing on. When we come to the light of this. We are the heart of our world. Light in our world. Joy in our world, love in our world. Sugar colors, rainbow nature, I feel vibration, love's growing.
Oh, Omashar, we are so grateful, and I'm so sorry that we had to just come right in this way. We were trying to really make it work for us to be together for a moment, but
It's okay. It doesn't matter. We're just present with each other. That is all that matters.
in your words are so beautiful. And as a matter of fact, so beautiful that while Shri and I were here just really sinking into the depth of your presence, and everyone, Omashar is going to be closing today too, so you want to make sure you're with us all the way to that moment. Beautiful comments coming in, so I think we just wanted to mention them to a few of you right now. And remember, if you're wanting to chat with Shri and I live as far as asking us a question, if you're catching us live, right there at YouTube, official Shri and Kira. Susan Sturdivant is in the chat live right now. There's lots of other amazing people in the chat live right now. Go say hello, give your blessings to Omashar right there, and also put your questions in there. But we had a few come in right now, so really powerful, a lot of them about these 12 days of the Ascension presence, which we're going to be talking about in just a moment. And one coming in from Denia. Yes, yes, yes. All right, girlfriend. Oh my God, I am doing it now on the 5th day, right? 5th, eternal life, all of that. Such freedom felt. All right, Shri, you can read.
Okay, Angel Light Therapy says, such a good practice, and I have shared the forgiveness booklet with many clients, and I've done it myself many times. Thank you. Thank you, Shri and Kira, for this amazing practice.
Well, and thank you for sharing, right?
Right, and so, and here's a couple others that we're talking about, you know, as we were doing
Remember the practice?
Arm stretch
moving
out.
Through the music integration.
Jason House says, I almost flew off my seat. It feels.
Yes. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. You're getting it.
Lifting.
You know, it's learning how to sustain it, living the Yoga of Self-Ascension, right? But it is easy to do. And
Leslie shares, my heart cracked open more, a little bit more, with that posture. And Jason continues here, another sharing. Let it be representative of the qualities of how our energy flows and the power of frequency. May we delight in it, even in the challenges.
Thank you. Absolutely. And let's really, you know, feel the breath of all of this. Feel the smile of all of this. So as the wind is just so gorgeously, I wish I could, I'm gonna turn the camera just 1 second, seeing if maybe, oh, you can see how beautiful it is. There it is. There's our there it is. Oh my goodness, you're seeing the Compadres Mountains. Oh, you're even getting our beautiful blue sky. Woohoo. So that's the energy. And you see the wind. Look at how the trees are all beautiful. We're so blessed to live in these forests. And there we are. Look at that. There you go. Just kind of scrolling the yoga studio a little bit. So bringing you that breath, that beautiful breath of the pines and the eucalyptus and zero noise pollution, zero air pollution. I want to bring you into 2024. And I'm going to invite you, first of all, to just remember this, right? So right now, are you really ready to make your conscious choice? Because November just closed as the ascension frequency of choice, which means December is the ascension frequency of awareness. So it is the awareness of the choice that actually has already been made. And the reason that this is in front of you again is for several reasons. Number one, you're more masterfully prepared to move forward with your choice when you understand the lion coming out of the woods. And we don't have time to talk about that. Just go to shrinkira.com, go into the Lost Books of the Unseen, read book 5. It's free. Just go get it, read it, right? So when the lion comes out of the woods, they absolutely know they're going to be greeted by the hunter. And they absolutely know people are going to run away. And they absolutely know they're going to find lions they never knew existed, right? So are you ready to make a conscious choice in the energy that, as you can see there, it transcends the victim consciousness into this ascended consciousness. And you saw the spiral energy, right? That's going to be all about 2024.
Oh, and that spiral energy has always been there, but what's amplifying right now is the interaction of consciousness with. I want to remind you that the norm that we all grew through, that we were reared in density consciousness, mass consciousness, the norm is victim energy.
Right.
And there's always a victim, an abuser, and someone will come rescue. And that is a triangle of a singular energy that is disempowered, that is seeking to find strength through either hassling others or rescuing others.
Can I offer a name?
Yeah.
And Shri and I, when we stepped back out of our bubble a few years ago, here's what I found. Complicity. Everyone is complicit in it, because it's easier to remain in it than to honestly look at it. And that's why that forgiveness practice is so important. So I had everything you were saying.
Absolutely.
Like they're sitting here going, complicity.
It is complicity, because, you know, we grow up with this sense of ignorance is bliss. And there's a certain truth in that, because ignorance is sleepy.
Always.
Okay.
Hyphen.
And as we grow in our attainment and our vibrational lift, as our consciousness expands, we become ever more response able. We are ever more able to make effective choices because our discernment filters have been relaxed and educated based upon a higher perspective, based upon a greater infusion of love and light into the very context that we engage the world with.
Now here's why, all right? You guys have seen this before, but I want you to read it again. Oh, I thought we had it right here. Forgive me, there it is. So just take in a moment and read that. This is why all this matters. Because in the field of density, in the field of the lateral spin, this is enforced. In the field of the lateral spin, this is enforced. So just breathe that in, okay? All right. There we go.
And so, beloved ones, as we're coming forward into 2024, this is an invitation unlike any other. It is the recognition that we are at that 12 o'clock moment where the empowered, awake who-man is being called forward as the opening has been gifted to the planet. You know, we all tend to rely on what we learned yesterday as opposed to be available for what we might receive now and tomorrow.
Breathe that in. Just really feel that for a minute. Because what if you were able to break free of that? Rather than relying on yesterday for tomorrow, what if you were able to honestly know, outside of that victim cycle, through, go ahead, Shri, you can chat, but I want to show them a graphic.
Yeah, bring it up. To be able to address now and the soon-to-be now with presence, as opposed to driving forward, looking in the rearview mirror.
Now, as you gaze at this again, and we're just going to quickly remind you, okay? Look in the middle. The density trifecta sustains and creates the self-sabotage cycle as the propellant of the Merkaba of density consciousness. Look at the aspect ratio. What that Merkaba aspect ratio does is spin you into the highest realms of this field of conscious awareness, but it's never going to break you into cosmic connection. You have to lift through it. And what keeps you stuck, you can see, are the energies there. First and foremost, supported by the victim triangle, the victim, rescuer, abuser, and then the self-sabotage cycle, which is fear, hesitancy, and doubt. But in the background, relax your eyes through that Merkaba, relax your eyes through the text. There you are. There you are, right? The incredible, eternal, 0-point generator that sustains this body of form through the ability to hold open that torus field, right? And as it's holding open that torus field through conscious awareness meeting the form, the sacred union begins. Now I want you to remember that, right? That's how sacred union begins. And once that is anchored, you basically have, I'm calling it the armor, right? You basically have the armor of the shield of Zadkiel spinning. And let us not forget that Archangel Zadkiel is all about what? Mercy, compassion.
Yes.
Biblically, the angel who held back the hand from
Abraham, from sacrifice.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Held back the hand of Abraham. And so it's just something to think about, because all traditions carry a frequency. It's not about each definition of what you believe each energy may represent. It's about the depth of your own awareness to choose through a belt, a very tightly woven belt of mental conditioning that is ready to release in a unified field of healing that once again brings us back to that eternal presence of the five. So may I skip ahead to that? Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So the reason I want to skip ahead to that is because right now in this moment, here's what's happening. Through the sacred sequence of incarnation, Your arrival, your specific arrival into this potentiality at this specific moment is your unique journey. It really is. But what's happening is that it's offering you the growth and expansion through this ever-refining spiral of awareness, experience, and choice. And those are the three key energies or frequencies or harmonic resonances, because they have all of those aspects that come through this potentiality of formed awareness. So when you gaze at the spiral, the one thing that's important for you to notice is if you look in the very center, and Shri and I are standing, what are we, about a yard away maybe?
Yep.
Yes, about a meter or so away from the screen. But if you're able to go right into the center, and what you're noticing is that middle spiral, which is the lateral entrapment, where most spend their entire many journeys, many eternal journeys, so to speak. But you see what's happening in the lateral right now. At that greatest moment of lateral, between a downward spiral and an upward spiral, which you'll always be in the spiral, right? But what's happening right now is, as you see it opening, what that is referring to is more like a thickening. And Shri's going to check for questions, because we want to make sure you have the best you can. That's why you want to come back the third Sunday of this month at the latest to watch for the second time, if not right away. So as this is moving, now I'm going to bring you to the 5 medicines. You ready? This is what has just happened on our planet, is that because, and this is why these 12 days, you see the 12 days we're in right now? So this 12 days of ascension, up-level, presence, informed awareness. There are so many different ways we can describe it, but each of you will have your own unique awareness and ability to break free from it and live and thrive with it. So the Sea of Neutrality, as you see in the background, in the birthing of the 5 medicines that sustain conscious awareness, has now called forward the active presence of the shield of Zadkiel, which is an energy that birthed on his planet several years ago and has been calling forward the rise of this cosmic Isis presence. And look at the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. 4 pillars, 4 cornerstones, 4 anchor points. And everything that supports them is part of the circuitry that keeps it spinning. And that has all been spinning inside of that spiral I just showed you, because when we get to the next graphic, I want you to get this. So this is spinning, that's what's been keeping this thing moving and working. But now, and the reason that the shield has come in and starts as this incredible anchor as consciousness itself. Imagine if you were reaching right into the center right now, right into the center around that CIOU, right, in consciousness. Reach in and pull that forward towards you, and I know you can do that. Breathe it up. Now you know what you've got. Consciousness is where love them, they know not what they do, emanates. And the reason it's important to follow this, and I'm going to be talking, Shri and I are both going to be talking about this extensively over the next few months, is because right now, is that the one I want you to see? Nope, we just did that one, forgive me. So right now, there it is. We are getting ready to move into this. And this will not stabilize until the 50,000-year cycle turns. However, from what I just showed you, right, I showed you just the spiral and how it was moving in one direction. You now see that it's opened up. You see the thin gold lines there? That, my loves, is the field of adaptability. And the eye right now has come up very, what is that? Like a, I don't want to say oblong, but vertically, right?
Yeah,
it looks like a vertical, you see the vertical eye there. And that the cross of perfect balance is beginning to radiate. So just take a moment and breathe that in as this whole new egg of creation is being received through the cosmic fields. So what does that mean for you? Well, a lot. A lot. It means, are you ready to say yes at the depth of a knowing that gives you the gift of being? And this is why this month is such a profound dive. And we're going to get to the Ascended Numerology in just a moment, because it's really important to see the effect that it's having on your body. And Sri, you want to?
Sure. Because one of the things that's important to recognize is that we are all on a spiritual journey. And, this thought came into my head, I'm getting nudged to share. When we showed you the Merkaba, the self-sabotage energy, I want you to all to be really clear. When we refer to self-sabotage, we're referring to the energy that would inhibit the full empowerment of your divinity. Sabotage is not referring to a particular little event out there that I wanted to have happen. The self-sabotage is I alone am inhibiting my self-ascension. I'm inhibiting my mastery through giving away my power or through believing in a dogma that is no longer serving my upliftment. And so self-sabotage is actually a compression energy taking you, away from the fullness of your potential. And then when we move into teacher, healer, mentor, we're in the process of expanding and being present and receptive in service to. So these spirals that Master Lady Kira Ra has been able to communicate, these energy flows, we're in the month now of transitioning into the fullness, and that fullness will continue for several months of this expression.
Yes.
And it, in my opinion, and my recommendation is now more than ever, we must keep our eyes on the divine. To be witnessing our own divine nature, to be witnessing the light that is coming through other reflections, other beings, other actions. Because as we focus on that, of course, it will expand. And as we focus on judgment and that which is as coarser or more injurious in some regards, then that expands. And that's a very simple, basic law of energy. However, it's a discipline, is it not?
Right? So breathe that in. So carrying in the blessing, and notice how you're feeling right now. Just breathe and relax. I want to show you where that's going to go by March. Because here's what's going to happen in March 2024 when the spiral completes. I want you to just take a moment and breathe and notice what you're seeing. Because this is the first time we have ever had a year where the yearly energy, 2023 was a pyramid with the 3 spirals. We're in that final spiral right now that's now birthing all the rest of these things. As you're gazing at this, as you're looking at it right now, what you're seeing is the full anchoring of the potentiality, and this is going to happen at the equinox in March, and this is like locked, done. This is what's happening at basically the March equinox, but we are moving into it right now. And so as we're coming into that right now, what does that mean? It means that you are being invited to release judgment. And I really bow before the Ascended Masters in the way we opened today, because those were words that we were not even planning on sharing with you. However, this is that moment, the moment where everything that you have ever done, to really look at the ego, to really look at everything that would seek to stop you, and to make a clear choice. You know, going back to something like The Matrix, which I know is a dated film now, but even so made some extraordinarily beautiful points. The gift for many of saying no is that they can get heaped in the blessings of density, in the belief that it's real, right? So if you want to do density, Archangel Zadkiel has always shared it so beautifully, right? If you want to do density, do it well, but then stop hurting your own sense of your joy by pretending you're something you're not, or trying to ride 2 boats. You can't keep jumping between boats. At some point, that river is just going to get too wide. So sincerely, make a choice, and then dive into your choice. Yeah. Just dive into your choice. So let me show you the Ascended Numerology for November. For right now, I just finished some others. Excuse me. Where is it? Right there. All right. Breathe and look at the body of form. Do you notice one thing? Immediately, right? None of the energy of this month has anything to do with the first 4 chakras. right? This month is saying, if you are able to hold, and as you hold, and the mantra of self-ascension is a nice, easy way to do it all the time. If you are able to hold and you continue to hold the energy of, I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me. This is blast off. You know, when I prepared this chart, look at the lines to the left there. Doesn't that look like a scaffolding?
Yeah.
It's you're literally being lifted, but the gift is your manifested energy is now becoming the rising blessing of your unified field of your high heart with your truth and your vision at its crowned wisdom, pouring forth your manifest energy in harmony. See the line between right there? In harmony with your divine energy, flowing in a double infinite spiral. Now, I am so blessed and so humbled all these years ago when the Ascended Masters asked me to bring back this system of the ancient Magi, the original system that is the totality of the 13 and includes our infinite presence in nature. In all that time, in the thousands and thousands of people that I've had the honor of coaching and honoring of training and becoming teachers of this, I have never seen this configuration. When I first called this through, and I only ever do these 2 months in advance because I myself don't want to go further than that. And so when I called this through a few months ago, I had to sit with it and really, really bow before what we are being gifted here. This configuration is an undeniable, and what's so beautiful is the way that the universe is calling it out to you. And one of the gifts that is important to remember as you've been hopefully keeping your list of gifts tonight is that you're ready. You would not be here. You would have not connected. And if you're sitting here and you're skeptical and whatever is going through your mind, thank you, right? Because if you're skeptical, deeper within you is the seed that's saying, and please show me why I shouldn't be. I get it. We were you.
Yeah.
We were you. You know, it was, well, I don't even know, 2003, 20 years ago, 2002, 21 years ago, when Sri and I met, we had none of these, right? These only have come in the past 2 years. We have been in this constant state of commanding mastery presence. And we have been inviting you to witness us. Official Sri and Kira, our YouTube, right? Go back and do your own investigation, please, and really learn while you do. The ascension symptoms are still all out there. We have not published any more yet because the symptoms that are coming in right now are not ascension symptoms. They're literally the symptoms of when many people are stuck trying to embody their divine mastery presence. And while you may touch it, it is dangerous to play with it. There are those that can help you make it easier. The Yoga of Self-Ascension, right?
Because as we move through the process of lifting our frequency up into the love zone, we can call it, there are a variety of symptomologies because we've invested in separation energies. We've invested in fear to a greater extent. As we go beyond, we're moving into multidimensional consciousness, and it's a whole new cosmos.
And that bridge is coming in December 29 through January 3. I'm going to show you the calendar in just a moment, but I think we have some comments, right, Tree?
Yeah, a few comments, questions came in.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for
And
being here.
the first one here is an affirmation from Bhatia. She says, 4 years of this journey, when we walk the walk, we are better together.
It's true, right?
I don't know where I would be without this community. And we say we love you, and each and every one of you loving each other in the chat and gathering together, and come together in 2 weeks. You know, we're going to put out some information on that. It's important to hang out with those who are also at that place of awakened consciousness. That nourishes your soul.
In every way.
All right, question from Gracious Love. What are you sensing for the 12/12 new moon?
Well, thank you for queuing up the next phase. So we're just going to cut right to that. Everyone bring your hand to your heart, because the 12/12 moment this year is part of why we're in the 12 days of ascension right now, why everyone is up-leveling. So here we go. So first and foremost, just breathe in the calendar. And Sri, would you read? So I want you to just read, and remember that this calendar was put out over a year ago.
And breathe in the full impact
Yes.
of the colorful displays here. The culminating spiral of the open eye completes as the full spin initiates the guiding energy of 2024. The light and dark are both rising, and the Master is being invited to fully arise into manifested presence.
Yes, yes, yes. For those of you that want to, just if you, I have my hands out right now and they're just being filled with light, and you'll feel your hands being filled with light, because that's what's happening right now. It's all about your hands and the ignition of the light and the creation sequence through the alchemical transformation of humanity itself. When the universe, the ascended realms, that which flows through this body of form, invited what Shri just read to be put into print for you to see now, the concept that we were moving into a spiral time experience and how that would play out was not even here. Yet here we are in this really incredible, extraordinary, ascended consciousness energy of awareness. Feel your hands, open your hands, feel your hands, feel your hands. So what's happening right now on December 1, see the pyramid right there in the background? That's the pyramid of peace. The first of the 12 is still sitting here, and it is still the first of the 12. Let this be the last year that we say that. May the Rainforest Renaissance remember that the birthing of the Pyramid of Peace is the Rainforest Renaissance, that bringing this energy to sustain this frequency is how success is achieved. And so may we all together hold the energy of all of our beloveds right now, of every being that does not have shelter or food, that tonight when Shri and I go to sleep, we hold in our arms and our altars, and that those who have nothing are holding you, counting on us to come forward. That's what this month is about. Look at us. We are the comets. We are the radiance. We are shimmering. We are showering. And we are in 12 days, and feel it, they're really opening the levitation channels today. This is really about the illumination. And look what's happening. The only light, look at last week, go back 2 weeks ago, look at December 6th, go back 2 weeks, and you see that in the background there, the bubble that has kind of a deeper gray, that's the final release of that which would seek to stop the balance. All deserve to be. And the harmonic frequency of benevolent leadership is sustained when there is no longer any I in a decision to be made. When the counsel of the wise ones come together for true service. I am as you are. And when you look at the 12/12/2023 experience, not only is it an alchemically transformative new moon, it is our 12th one this year, go back and really reread everything that was in your planner. It is, you see the other symbol, guys? It is the culminating peak up level of the entire year, the ignition of the diamond portal of conscious awareness inside of this double infinite presence that will then be fully ignited as the September Mercury retrograde that gave us our crown and is still reigning reemerges. That same moment, the minute that peak up level crests, it just explodes open, this energy portal. And that energy is just booming, booming, booming when Mercury goes, oh, how you like me now? And then the equinox brings us back into a harmonic flow that is just 1 week before our final, and this is just so important, it's 1 week before our final Mars-Jupiter amplification, which goes back to 2022. Remember, we've been winding this? But here's what's so important to know about that, is that when that day happens, when we come to that final Mars-Jupiter, it's like the two of them go, oh, I'm done. But what we didn't see before is that Saturn is rising. And it's going to have a deep effect on 2024. And for the first time ever, I have been extremely inward and unable to function. And I am still challenged, as many of you may have noticed today, to even be outside of a very small space that I'm able to sustain the frequencies that are coming through. But right now at ShriandKara.com, please go get your copy. It's right on the homepage. Go get your copy of the 2024 Yoga of Self-Ascension Planner. It is indispensable this year. It is absolutely indispensable. You can see here everything that's in there. And this is sustained comet activity that, with the Taurids and this Saturn energy, what I can share with you, I am still in the calling forward of the rest of what's going on around that. And we are already getting lots of letters from all of the municipalities to support children for the holidays this year. So you know that this is our annual fundraiser, that I produce this and it's our fundraiser. Please get a few copies. Please, they are digitally sent to you. If you want to print them, you can print, one per your copy. But please, please, please read it. And those of you that have the 2023 planner, this is the moment. Go back and read it.
Really important.
Because it's going to read to you like a tick mark of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I want to remind you of the first tick mark that came to us all in 2015. Clear choice. Hear the word again? Choice. Clear choice. How does clear choice arise? Steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust that relaxes the cycle of self-sabotage, ignites the stable presence of your ascended heart, thereby awakening your divine galactic blueprint so that you may experience the you while in this body of form. And from that conscious awareness, love them. They know not what they do.
This energy of truth, the integrity of your divinity expressing through as the spiritual being, the Human. To me, it reminds us of what's coming up here at the end of this year, the 2024 New Year's celebration.
And I want to show them the calendar again, Shri, because as Shri's starting to talk about that, look at that. I closed it too soon, thank you. And so if you look at the 28th, you see that? That Mars-Jupiter effect? What starts happening on the 29th? There's this energy, it's not dark, it's just not defined. And it carries with it an energy of inherent instability or a veil that would obscure. And so the Ascended Masters made it clear that we had these 12 days of ascension right now at the beginning of December, but we have, starting the 29th, the 4 integrating days that will set the choice for 2024 in a stable, it had to be 4, perfect balance, and that's 29, 30, 31, and 1. That those are days that you really want to be present in your conscious awareness and really give yourself the opportunity, as Shri's sharing.
Well, and one of the opportunities that's right in front of us, and we invite you to join us, because we are gathering together for the, you could call it a virtual experience, but it's much more than that, because the energies are palpable, and that we will be conducting, participating, facilitating, collaborating, all of the words of community coming together with divine mentorship to assist each and every one of us to be in our empowered presence for this energy that's coming. And this is a 3-day event, but it's just 3 hours each day, and it builds. And what's happening for all of us First off, I want to point to, if you look out in the world of density, there's so many symptoms of targeted possession.
Right? You need to know about this.
Targeted possession has become amplified. This is an energy of collapse of consciousness and a giving up of free will to other influences. And it is, let's just say, as we understand the weather, it's just an energetic. As we understand the energetic, we can know how to take good care of ourselves and our loved ones.
Exactly.
And be available to walk through what otherwise might be a very challenging experience. And this is the number one thing, the first thing that we're going to be talking about in this 3-day journey. We are also going to be talking about much, much more, and co-creating an energetic that will assist each and every participant to expand beyond the habitual, to enter into 2024 without just looking at the rearview mirror, to be available to harness the resources of your soul's wisdom now.
Now I want you to take in a breath, because everything Shri just shared, I want you to just relax into. And as you do, we're going to play you just a quick little movie, and we hope you enjoy it.
Carol here from the Australian bushland. Without Shri and Kira, I do not know how I would have got through the last year. And my life has become so abundant because I have been living in the law of instantaneous manifestation, following all the practices that I've learned so far. This New Year's Eve is going to be such a celebration. I am so excited and I can't wait to see you all there.
I am looking forward to attending the Ascension Resurrection journey, because through that I am claiming the freedom of any attachment to the fear and the worry and the anxiety and the depression, and really breaking free.
Thank you for feeling that and for receiving that. And sincerely, please go to shriandkira.com and offer yourself the gift of learning more about what this is, knowing that the 2024 planner, this event, everything Shri and I do, we are ministers. It is 100% donated into Global Minga to benefit all of you, all of the projects. And so thank you for allowing us the gift of serving for so many years. And speaking of serving, we had a wonderful question come in during that film that we wanted to address. And Shri, why don't you read that?
Okay, Pauline writes,
Hey, Pauline.
Is higher consciousness not love only, but truth, authenticity, trust, and gratitude? Where does this all fit in?
All right. Thank you for asking, because I'm going to bring up the 5 medicines one more time today. Number 1, go back and reread or read for the first time Sacred Union, The Journey Home, our first book that's been out there for over 20 years, extremely relevant. In there, Archangel Zadkiel says, in the realms of ascended energy and consciousness, trust and love are the same. And so trust and love being the same are the unifying principle that spins the inner wheel of consciousness itself. And in the spinning of the inner wheel of consciousness itself, when we arrive through the sacred sequence of incarnation into this formed experience, we begin to see all of these experiences. So the questions themselves arise from the mental. There is no separation. And this is the gift of the moment, and this is the gift of when we all come together. This is the gift of us saying yes to each other. And I really do want to encourage you, take this conversation deeper. Come into that deeper resonance. We're going to be together again, coming right up here the second Monday in December. This is the moment to break free. There is an energy and a resonance that when we can free ourselves from the limiting beliefs of the beliefs themselves and be purely open to the divine, it takes an enormous amount of trust. Love, trust. They are the same. And in the 4 steps of the Yoga of Self-Ascension, and I was really touched deeply that we were guided to begin there, it's an ever-refining spiral. And that's part of how we keep our bodies reverse aging. That's part of how we stay fit and young, is we invite ourselves into the recognition that we might be meeting some energies that look familiar. It's the consciousness that works and navigates them that shifts the journey. And we're grateful that you have been with us today to help start the shift in your conscious awareness. And please remember, Sri and I welcome you at any time here at tosabluemountain.com.
Check it out.
Go to SriandKira.com. You can learn more about everything we've shared with you today. The next time that we're going to be together with our community will be on the Monday Master Experience coming up next Monday, a week from our live show. And the 3rd Sunday of this month, right after you rewatch this video, make sure that you jump into the Facebook after party. So make sure you're over there at our Facebook. I'm sure they've got a link over there for you to pay attention to. Make sure you're on our newsletter list. Get to SriandKira.com so that you get all the opportunities to stay connected with those that are looking to meet you. We love you so much.
We're so glad you're here, and we're really delighted that Omar is sharing his talent.
And that he's so patient.
Yes, and so we're
We
going to
love
invite Omar here. Let me bring you up on screen. And
There he is!
We're going
We
to
love
invite you to play us out today. I'm going to turn off my mic, get rid of echo, and you...
Go ahead, though, Omar, please.
we don't hear you.
We don't hear you.
Thank you so much. I feel enlightened, enlivened, and lifted just through this transmission from you guys. Thank you so much. And all of us, of course, collectively watching. So thank you, and we shall see you soon. And I'll play us out. This is a group song, so once you hear it, sing along.
All right.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Why have we come to love? Do you remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and Why have we come to learn to remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love. Okay, last time. Why have we come to learn to remember? Why have we taken birth? Why have we come to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember, to love, serve and remember. Why have we come to
Happy Sunday.